Now, a warning, this video might come across as a little disappointing, a little sad, and a little negative. But just like him, right? But I am not trying to create a negative stereotype of men. I'm more so trying to give you more of a realistic appraisal of men. This is how things are. When you don't know the dark side of a person, this is the only thing you know. You only know a flattened, one-dimensional version of that. Understanding the shadow side of men, sides that society doesn't want to talk about, sides that you might find disappointing, it literally adds contours to this flattened image, and it gives it dimension, and it makes it more three-dimensional. Your shadow is the contours of it. So to truly understand how men really are, you just cannot understand the angelic side of them, the nice side. You also have to understand the dark side. And just like guys are in denial about women, the hypergamous nature, a lot of women are in denial of how men are. And how do you see that? Because a lot of women just give unconditional love to men without expecting anything in return. A lot of women make the biggest mistakes with men just because they just don't understand how some guys are. Right? So we're gonna talk about those qualities right now. Oh, by the way, people, we're having one-on-one sessions. So if you guys wanna work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. You'll be able to get 15, 20, 30, 40, 45-minute sessions with me today. So if you're struggling with your relationship issues, just have a phone call with Father Alex, not an AI, but really me. You'll be able to get on the phone with me and hear my voice, people. Yeah, that's right. So click on the description down below where it says work with Father Alex. And don't forget, we're having 50% off all of our courses this month using the coupon code BLACK. All right, people? All right, let's continue with the video. So the first one is this. A man will sleep with you, but judge you if you do it too fast. What do I mean by that? Of course, a man wants to sleep with a woman. That's normal. But a lot of the time, some guys unconsciously test you. They try to see whether or not you're gonna give in quickly. And if you give in quickly, unfortunately, it'll bring a tear to the guy's eye or anger, doesn't matter, right? But he'll call you a slut for that. That's how that is. And guys who will do that, it's kind of, you say to yourself, why do they do that? Well, because that's just how guys are. Guys are what I like to call sexual hypocrites, where they want you to sleep with them, but if you sleep with them, they'll find you to be more like for the streets. And the reason why that is because it's just human nature, right? Men are wired to value this one thing in a woman, and that's fidelity or chastity. And so men use the trying to sleep with you quickly as a way to test whether or not you possess self-control. So yeah, it is hypocritical, but there is a reason why guys are like that. Now, you know, it kind of sucks, but that's just how human nature is, and that's just how nature is. So remember, men are sexual hypocrites. Never forget that. Now, the next one is this. Men are visual creatures. Meaning, in order for a man to truly be happy with you, he has to find you attractive. It's just that simple. If you have a sister and she's more attractive than you are, I can promise you that your man is gonna be fantasizing about that. If you have a friend and she's hot and you're his type and she kind of looks like you, your man is gonna be fantasizing about that. And this is more prevalent when a man is young, right? You see that more amongst young men. But at the end of the reason why that is because testosterone sharpens vision. Right? When a man sees a woman who's really attractive, literally, he becomes fucking like bionic, and their eyes become like more sharper. It's because testosterone does that to the eye. It allows guys to see things that are moving, but also see it sharper. It kind of makes sense, right? Now this one goes in line with dating guys, and that's, you know, I always say this, but I always have to repeat it because there's a lot of people who think I'm wrong. Guys never change. Now, they might change for the worse. That's true, right? If you meet a freak now, he'll be even more of a freak 10 years later, right? But it's very rarely you meet a freak today and Jesus next week, right? That's a rare thing. If he, and it goes next to the next point, is that if he cheated once, he'll do it again. And that's why I tell you ladies, if you're dating a guy and he is the way he is now, but you gotta like, make a few adjustments, you know? You gotta adjust a few screws here and there. No, absolutely not. Who he is today is who he's gonna be 10 years from now. People rarely change. Now, you do have the occasional people who change. Just like there's, from time to time, crackheads stop doing crack. But that's not something I want you guys to put your hopes up. If you don't like him now, might as well leave him and find somebody that you like. Trust me, you're doing him a favor. This is actually very true. Men have two conflicting sides to their nature. What do I mean by that? Is that this is honestly, this is why I stay single more often than not, because I understand I have this side of me. I've controlled it more, but guys will want a relationship, but also want to sleep with other people. Like that. That's why when I was younger, I would date women and tell them, look, I'm seeing another girl. I hope you're fine with it, because that's just how I am. And some women didn't like it. Some women didn't mind it. That's a real thing. But a lot of guys want everything. They want a relationship, they want a family, they want grandkids, but they also want a side chick on the side. They also want to be able to bang all the chicks from out the block. Who gives a fuck, right? And that creates a lot of conflict. And the problem about that is that those desires don't go away, man. They just don't. The more insecure the guy gets, the more split up he's gonna be on the inside. It's just how that works. And you tend to see this, and this goes into the next point, is that men in their 30s and 40s go through a midlife crisis. And if they're in a relationship, these guys will end up cheating. These guys will end up going with the model, with their classmates, with the teacher, with the students and stuff like that. And that midlife crisis usually is a fight between their dark side and their light side. And you see that where he'll want his free time, he'll want to travel, but above all, he'll want to try new things. And unfortunately for some women, a lot of the times that's cheating. That's just how that works. Now this one, a lot of women have a tough time understanding for obvious reasons, because men and women are different, right? And that's men process emotions through physicality. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of women, when they're going through problems with their man, right, they'll want to be able to talk it out, right? And there's nothing wrong with talking it out. It's just that with men need more time to talk shit out. Yeah, exactly. I'm talking for your man right now. They need more time. And a lot of women get frustrated when their man doesn't want to speak. And the reason why is because men just process emotions differently. A man would rather punch a punching bag 20 times and then talk to you. Women, when it happens, they'll talk to someone. Guys will take a few days, weeks to talk about it. And you have to respect that. A lot of women say, oh, he's just not opening up. He's not being sensitive enough. It's like, bitch, no, he's opening up. It just takes time. And a lot of women don't want that. Why? Because at the end of the day, they're trying to get him to open up because they just feel insecure. That's just how that is. And that's normal. When your man doesn't want to talk, you're going to say, maybe it's me. I think that's a normal thing, right? This is the one that is people have to be very careful of. And it's this. There are two types of men, right? Dopaminergic men and men who appreciate what they have. And this is the type of guy, unfortunately, this is also almost like a lifetime thing. Again, you could change. You could meditate your way out of it. Seriously, you could. I mean, I'm not lying. But this is a lifetime habit. Some guys get bored with good things. Some guys get bored with stability. Some guys get bored with someone who loves them and is there for them. Some guys just always need new things. But then you have another guy, right? We could say this is the good side, right? And this is his bad side. Right? Some guys love what they have, and we call those family-oriented people. You have family-oriented people and people who are not family-oriented. And unfortunately, more people are less family-oriented. And the reason why is because more people are not deranged from their family, estranged from their family, where they don't talk to their family, or they have conflict with the family. And so when you have such a strained relationship with your family, some people might just say, fuck family, man. I'd rather just be by myself. And what happens is that those people over time become dopaminergic people. They don't learn to value family, right? And again, this could be a lifetime thing, but you won't know what type of guy that is until you see the other side, right? And look, I'm not trying to tell you to be afraid of men, right? I'm just trying to tell you, look out for signs. And it's kind of like I'm kind of talking, and it just feels like I'm disqualifying myself from every person out on the planet. But look out for guys. Look for people who have great relationship with their parents, who are family oriented. But Jesus Christ, even that, they may have a dark side. You know, they may have, because if you have a family, you're gonna have other needs. Like there's other sides to men that come out. Right? What the fuck, what am I pointing to, right? There's other sides to men that come out that if you're on one side for the last 10 years, maybe stable, this side is gonna wanna come out. And when they wanna come out, they call that a midlife crisis. You know? Like, Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm just delivering negative news here, man. But it's just how that works, people. But you guys have my strategies. You guys have my videos. If you guys apply what my videos say, you guys won't have as much problems with these types of things as much, right? Especially if you practice meditation. And don't forget, people, check out my courses. The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, Nice Girl, The Feminine Woman. And you can purchase all of those at a 50% off using the coupon code BLACK. That coupon code is available to the end of the month. And there you'll be able to get 50% off individual courses and the bundles. And if you guys know me, Father Alex doesn't provide discount for bundles. But this month, we're doing it, people, all right? And don't forget, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.